So last week, Trump was talking about leaving Syria, and sure enough, a week later, there's a chemical attack by supposedly the Assad regime on their own people. And if you're not paying attention, if you think this is legitimate, you have your head buried in the sand. You're not paying attention because this is the exact same thing that happened like last year or whatever, like a little bit more than a year ago. Trump said, or Tillerson said, that he's going to allow Assad to remain in control of Syria. And sure enough, a few days after that, there was another chemical attack that killed a bunch of like kids in Syria. And what do you know? You have the media, all the blue check marks, all the liberals who used to be anti-war, all this shit, retweeting pictures of dead kids, telling Trump to like, oh, you need to act on Russia, on Putin. You need to do something about Assad. Invade right now. You need to show him a lesson. And immediately believing the government. And this is what reporters pretty much do now. They just get government assessments of what happened, and then they just repeat the narrative to the public. So you notice they disagree on a lot of social issues with this president or that, but when it comes to war, they're all together. Like you look at Fox News, you look at MSNBC, CNN, they're all saying the same things. They're all pushing the same narrative. They all immediately believe the government saying, okay, we need to do something about Assad right now. Whereas the two times before that the Assad regime apparently gassed their own people, there's still no evidence of it, and there's a lot more evidence to suggest that it was like al-Nusra or ISIS or even the rebels that Obama and stuff were funding at the time. So all this is really doing is you're supporting terrorists, because every time you're about to pull out, they do something like that, and now you have America coming in and giving military support to ISIS, to this, to that people, to now move in, because they'll go in, they'll missile some fucking military installment, and now ISIS is going to come in and fill that space. And you see a lot of liberals, a lot of neocons on the right making the argument that he's going to make the same mistake as Obama did when he was leaving Iraq. And this is a complete bullshit, ridiculous comparison, because when Obama pulled out of Iraq, Saddam Hussein was no longer in power. They did not have like a shred of a government left. So of course ISIS is going to come in and fill the void. But when it comes to Syria, they still have Assad. They still have the government intact, who a lot of the people still support. So it's not the same thing. If you just leave Syria, it's just going to get better. It's not going to turn out like Iraq. So it's a false comparison that they're making. They're hoping that you're stupid and you don't pay enough attention to this shit to know the differences between countries, and to assume they're all just going to work the same. And it's like, you see all these people who are apparently anti-war a few years ago. Now they're all like, oh, we need to show them who's boss. We need to go in there and bomb the shit out of them. And it's like, do you people understand what war entails? Like really, if you're not willing to enlist into the army yourself, if you're not willing to go and kill people yourself, you should not be for war. And unless it's like it's really needed to protect something. Like, I'm not a complete pacifist. I'm not like, oh, never war, no matter what. But unless it's a cause that you're willing to go and die for, and then you should be against it. Because if you're not, then you're a piece of shit. Because you're just hoping somebody else is going to go risk their lives and take care of the situation, and it's not even a problem. You're just going to create more issues. Like Libya, Gaddafi warned Obama, saying like, hey, once you take me out, the floodgates are open. I'm the only one holding these refugees back. And sure enough, what happened? They got rid of him. The refugees came into Europe and flooded the place. So let's stop making the same fucking mistakes over and over. And we need to call out Trump when he does or says stupid shit. So don't be silent. Don't just come out and be like, oh, okay, we support you, Trump, no matter what you do, blah, blah, blah. Come out and say something. Say this is bullshit. We should not be in these countries. And if Trump remains in these countries, then you're not going to vote for him during the next election, because he does listen. A lot of the times he proposes some things that his fans really dislike, and if enough people come out against it, he will change his mind. So just be loud, make sure he hears you, and say no to invading Syria. Get out of Syria, because once they get out of Syria, the Middle East is going to start looking a lot better. Terrorism will go down if America leaves these countries. Yes, Islam plays a role in terrorism, but it also plays a role, like you're feeding into the terrorist narrative when you go and accidentally kill some people with an airstrike. Then they can use that to make more terrorists, to fight more people, to keep this prolonged battle going. So yeah, get out of Syria. Don't listen to these fucking neocons like Ben Shapiro and shit retweeting support for this shit. This guy's a neocon. A lot of the people on the right are neocons too. Fox News is not questioning us either, so don't think that they're better than other people. No, they're all saying the same fucking shit. The only thing the media ever agrees on is when Trump, invades another country or bombs another country, other than North Korea, where it's actually more warranted, right? But any other time, it's like, yeah, good job, Trump. Good job destabilizing the Middle East. But, that's just the media. They're all sold out. They're paid off by the military-industrial complex. So this is why you can't trust them. They're going to be slightly different on social issues, but when it comes to things that really matter, like invading other countries, killing, bombing innocent civilians, then they all agree. And they're more than willing to use these images of dead kids against you, to stay in these countries, to create more images of dead kids that they can use later on to manipulate you even further. But, that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya. And yeah, sorry for the cat. He's trying to get on screen this whole time. I'm pushing him away. And also, I'm going to probably be posting this to a new sub-channel I have. The one channel that I do have, I got a community guideline strike for 2 weeks, so I can't post. But I'll put the link in the description below to my original channel. And, check me out there. Subscribe to this one and my other one, because once I get my new channel back, I'll probably start posting on that one more. But I have a feeling I'll probably lose it, because I have one more strike, and then they're going to remove my channel. So I might just start having to post to this one. So, make your way over here if you're on my original channel, and if you're on this channel, make your way over to my original one. That's all I pretty much had to say. Have a good day.